Junkin Fu over here in Portville on this wonderful day. A little chilly out today. So what we had here is a big old electric motor that half of it was copper wound. I think I still got over $100 out of it or so. I think there was like 50 some pounds in the armature at $2.20 a pound or whatever it was, and I took it in here a while back, not too long ago. But so I got some charcoal found curbside and been around here for a while. Stuffed it inside there and threw some hot ashes on top of it from the wood stove. We'll let that cook and get that aluminum wire softened up so I can take that in a short iron. Nice big chunk there. I think it's $135 a ton for the short iron right now. Over here in the Portville area. Found like 3 of these copper things floating around here. I think I brought 2 of them up and then found another one out there. That's still there. Working on it, picking away at stuff. Don't see no money in there. Got a little bit of start on copper again. That should be number 1. Some number 2 there. Not too much. Pretty heavy. Get the snow off my feet. Brought these ends over here for right now. They told me, I think they said 30 or 35 cents a pound on them, but I'm going to process them and get $2 a pound for the number 2. I think it is still around here. And I got my lead that was over here. There's still some scattered through here, wheel weights and what have you. So there's some more brass. I got another miscellaneous bucket started here. So over here is lead. That stuff's heavy. A lot of wheel weights. That's 15 cents a pound, but I melt it down. I take and put it in a French fryer, get it good and hot, and like this sinker or whatever they call it. Get that thing out of there. I'll just melt the aluminum down in the French fryer. I'll keep the metal in there, and I just keep dumping it in a pail. And I got nice clean lead. It brings it right now to 43 cents a pound. Now these are the things that come out of... I'm going to knock all this off. That's alright. These come out of the cast iron sewer pipes. A lot of them got it. So what I'm doing is, and I usually melt these down too. I just melt it into one big ingot. And that's heavy. That's got to be, I don't know, at least maybe a pound, maybe 2 pounds. I don't know. So I got a few of them. And they get like a little wrap, and you could actually just smash them with a hammer and knock that wrap and stuff off. I can't remember what they call it. It's like a fiberglass or something. Watch all these fall. There's about 5 of them there. That's got to be 10, 12 pounds. Feels like it to me. What about you? Well, that would actually all go as clean lead, right, like it is. That, like I said, just smack it down a little bit with a hammer, for anybody that doesn't know. And this is the best way for me to clean my garage. I make money doing it. I get paid for doing something I should have been doing all along, because I get stuff together and get it where I can take it in. Another chunk of that. Well, there's some melted lead on that one. I don't know what the... That's pretty heavy. The guy has a hard time lifting it with one hand. There's a nice chunk there. That's clean lead. Not sure what all that means. 4 pounds maybe? Seems like that's more than 4 pounds. This right here is a hammer, a lead hammer. I don't know if I ever need that for anything or not. Probably not. Another chunk. And I did drop some down here. I was trying to get it high enough where I could just set the camera up where I didn't have to hold it, but I just decided I'd hold it. So this is the Junkin Pool over here in Porterville. This is my hose clamp area. I actually had them in a container and they got knocked over, but I believe these are all stainless. I'm not sure on the end. I think the end is it, but I think these are stainless, if I remember right. Put them there where I know where they're at. This is a nice little bar right here of lead. Now I might try to sell some of this on the computer so guys make their own shells and sinkers and stuff. I might be able to stick it on there for like $1 a pound or $1.50 a pound. I'm not sure. I think there's a certain kind of lead, but I know they buy the sinkers. Just trying to get it out of the way. I'm tired of tripping over this stuff. That's a big one here. That's a wheel weight. Some good lead in here. So I'm going to go through all this and pick through it, and when I get it, I don't know what that is, when I get it ready to go, I take my flamethrower. You can buy them at Harbor Freight. I've got a couple of them around, and I set it up on a couple blocks. Anybody know where I put that? I just seen that not too long ago. But anyway, I set it up on a couple blocks, and you don't want to breathe that lead in when you're melting it down. If you got it, wear a mask. Like the wheel weights, put them in a French fryer, like the old things that the restaurants use, and just get a bucket. Like I've used different ones, but I got a nice cast iron one around here someplace. It'll be so heavy you won't be able to lift it. But anyway, get a big thick pan or something. If you put it in a coffee can or something, you're going to have a hard time getting it out. You'll have to cut the coffee can. So I usually do that, and I'll get my flamethrower. There's one right here. I aim that thing. You buy these at Harbor Freight, probably $15. Run it on propane. Just get it set where you're not be breathing in, and I usually take that French fryer and I'll mount it on a big long piece of something like a broom handle but metal, anything like that. Put a couple clamps on it, get it nice and tight, and get this thing just to cooking away, and you can sit there and watch it melt. Get it melted and dump your metal into a steel bucket. Well, if you're on cement or whatever you're going to do, just so you ain't burning your house down, but that's what I do. And then I take it in. I took in, I'm not exactly sure because it's been a while ago, but I took in 3,740 pounds, I want to say, of lead. It wasn't this kind of lead, it was long bars of lead. And they weighed about 17 pounds a piece. Or no, yeah, 17 pounds a piece. And I had it in 355 barrels. In the end of them, they had like claws like that were made out of copper. And every one of them had that at the end, and I sheared them off with that shear and got as much lead as I could off. And I had a whole big old pile of them things, and I took the flamethrower and I cooked them down into an ingot, and I had 3 burning barrels full. And like I said, it was like 3,700 pounds. Paid about $1,700. I don't remember exact math, but it was 50 cents a pound at the time. And I've got, what did I say it paid? $1,740? I think that's what it was. And then them copper ends, I took them to the other yard, and I got like $400 out of them, but I melted all the lead off them. And I put it in a big ingot, and I get to the yard, and there's a couple guys there, and I had to put it on the forklift, or on the back of the barrels. I set it on top of the barrels. I couldn't budge it. I had to move it with a pry bar to get it on the fork. It was so heavy. And I got to the yard, and these guys were going to carry it off, and two of them tough guys got it and moved it about 2 foot and dropped it on the ground. And it laid there when I left. They still didn't move it. It was definitely heavy. I'm thinking 500 pounds or more. So that was pretty entertaining. And I was going to get all kinds of help unloading it. Well, they helped me a little bit, and I ended up carrying that into their building a chunk at a time. Well, they helped me quite a bit, but they got tired. I kept on working and carried it in the building a chunk at a time. But it was a good payday. I wished I'd come across that lead again, but the price is a little lower now. Yeah, there's another place that was quite a ways away that was paying like another 7 cents a pound, but my truck was riding wheelies with a half-ton truck going to the junkyard with 3,700 pounds of lead in the back, 3 burner barrels in that big old ingot I melted down on top. I've got a receipt around here someplace for that. I don't know. I took it to the tax man. I maybe not have it, but I was going to look that up. That was a pretty good score there. And just let you know how I come across it. I stopped to buy a trailer, big old commercial or a equipment trailer, and I ended up buying it and was talking to them, and they asked me about some old stoves. They said guys were cleaning up and they left the stoves. They got all the heavy motors and stuff and left the stoves. I said, well, I'll get them. So I had to hook a bunch of chains together and pull them out of the woods. There's some bathtubs, but they screwed them over. They took the good stuff, and that was the main stuff they wanted to make sure they took. And they grabbed the heavy stuff and basically didn't do what they were supposed to. I got all done and took a swing set they were really worried about, and made sure I got that out of there. And then they says, hey, you want to buy some lead? These other guys would have got it if they'd have done us right. We walked out there and was digging around, and I said, what do you want for it? And he says, $100. I said, oh, I don't know. It was all buried. I didn't know if there was $100 worth there. I thought there probably was. So I gave them $100, and they says, it's yours. I said, well, if it pays more, I'll bring you some money back. They said, we don't want no more money. They says, just take it. Whatever you get, you get. I was shocked. And I did offer them more money. I called them up, and they said, no, we're good to go. Keep it. They said, do whatever you want. It's your money. You work for it. But I was digging it up out of the ground. The moral of the story is, do people right. Good karma will come back your way. It's happened to me quite a few times. So anyway, Junk and Fool, thanks for stopping by Porterville. Hope you enjoy the video. Thumbs up, subscribe, and share. And go find some junk. I got to get the lead out of here. Get to work and get the lead out of my ass. Have a good day. Goodbye.